Welcome back to the channel where we're learning how to be an artist, an architect, and a builder, and trying to have as much fun as possible while we do it. And today we're working on the design of a custom mudroom for the house. And we also have a couple updates on some other things, like the design for the giant fireplace in the family room, the feature wall for the basement living area, and the pool house bathroom, which is where people are gonna change before going in the pool. So this is the mudroom. In a lot of cases, just like this one, the mudroom is the intersection point between the second entrance, the garage, and the kitchen or the main living area. And with that being said, the mudroom becomes a place where you can come in, drop off all of your junk, take your shoes off, take your jacket off, and leave the mess in the mudroom so that when you go into the nice house, you don't take the mess with you. And usually the mudroom also has a powder room. Most cases, it doesn't have to be a full bathroom with a shower. It just needs a toilet and a sink. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be a special toilet and a sink. Our toilet is special, but the sink is gonna blow your mind. So this would be a live edge vanity with a vessel sink. This is the top of the live edge, which feels a little bit low, but the bowl is gonna be up here, and the faucet is gonna come from the wall, which will create the perfect height for washing your hands. And the special thing about this live edge is the fact that we milled it on site. This tree came from the backyard of this house before we demolished it. This is another giant piece of the tree when it was milled on site. And this used to be one of those giant slabs before we chopped it up and created the vanity for the mudroom. Check this out. This is more wood from that tree, which we're gonna use in the rest of the house. But you're gonna get to see that later on in the series. It's time to start designing that mudroom, baby.
I'm gonna start by hopping on Pinterest to just get the juices flowing. Pinterest is my go-to for inspiration. Immediately, I love the shape of this one right here. The bench in this one is also really cool. This one is kind of nice. The lighting in this one is really cool. And let's see what else. Oh my God, look at how they framed this one. That is super dope.
Let's jump into SketchUp and test out some of these ideas.
This is the base model of the mudroom, and it will be the foundation for the work moving forward. And honestly, I was really looking forward to this part. Modeling is one of my favorite aspects of my design work, and I've been really looking forward to designing the mudroom because it's another opportunity to design something custom, to add a little bit of flair and personality so we can set this whole project apart from everything else that's around it.
This mudroom is a pretty large mudroom, but there's two things that we have to keep in mind while designing. First thing is that the mudroom is really one-sided. We do have a closet behind me, but the main part of the mudroom is gonna be this wall right here, where we're gonna be able to fit our bench and our cubbies and our additional storage. The other thing is that we need to keep in mind how close we are to the mudroom door. The width of the mudroom prevents us from having our build-ins going all the way against this wall. One, because this is going to be a big door and there's going to be glass on either side, so we can't just go all the way up to the glass. And two, this door is going to have to swing open. So wherever it swings, we have to make sure that there's enough room over here for the door to swing clear. These aren't make or break elements of the mudroom, but are just important things that need to be kept in mind while designing to make sure that everything works as it should. Bonus element I forgot to mention is this protrusion right here in the corner of the mudroom. And when we come around, you'll notice that it's actually a niche that we planned to have a countertop with some shelves. And these are the top 3 designs that I came up with.
Option 1 is a combination of natural and painted wood. In the center, it features open cubbies for hats and jackets, closed cabinetry all around for additional storage, and a separate niche with drawers and shelves. This design is simple and elegant, with a touch of modern while still providing all the function that we need. Option 2 is all wood and all modern. This time, things are a lot more open, with cubbies for hats and hooks for jackets, with closed cabinets above and on the side next to the niche, a textured wall for the background, and this time the cabinets and the niche are flush, creating a more unified design. Option 3 is a perfect marriage between options 1 and 2. It features closed cabinets above for storage, open cubbies for hats, and hooks for jackets. But this time, the cabinets and the niche are all finished in the same material, combining them into one piece. And let's not forget that texture wall in the background.
Okay, we're in a basement, and this is the feature wall for the living space right here in the basement. This is another fireplace. This one's a little bit different because this one is electric. This one is not a gas fireplace, and it doesn't actually produce a ton of heat. It produces heat in the same sense that like a space heater produces heat. But nonetheless, we still have to make this room spectacular, which is already pretty spectacular because we have this really awesome cove in the ceiling, which will also have LEDs, and then the center portion is this wall.
Option 1 is a slatted wall up to the top of the fireplace with a stone base. We also looked at it with a lighter color stone and with the slats going all the way down to the floor. But honestly, the real feature is this 100-inch TV.
But for a TV that big, we need this special steel contraption that is framed into the wall. Typically when you buy a TV at Best Buy, you get one of those mounting kits that you just drilled into the wall with some lag bolts. This TV requires this whole contraption to be framed in. Like there could be an earthquake and this TV is not gonna move. You know what else is not gonna go anywhere if we have an earthquake? This giant chimney and fireplace. But now is the fun part, figuring out how we're gonna actually finish it and what it's gonna look like when it's done.
The first and most expensive option would be to use stone slabs. It would give us the most dramatic of all of the options, but we would need to reinforce the fireplace for the added weight, and it's going to cost a lot of money for the installation alone. An alternative option is to use large format ceramic tiles. These tiles come in a variety of colors and textures and can still deliver that high-end stone aesthetic that we're looking for. The most affordable option is to use Venetian plaster. With the plaster, we can achieve a seamless perfect surface with no seam. This would be a very custom job and very unique compared to everything else around.
Now imagine this is a beautiful backyard with a beautiful patio, luscious grass, and a giant swimming pool that you're ready to dive into and swim because it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day. But you can't because you're wearing jeans and a jacket. What are you gonna do? You go change into your Speedo, of course. And lucky for you, in this beautiful backyard, we created a room just for that. And that's a changing room right through that door. I know technically this is not a pool house, but we designed this to serve the exact same purpose. So right here is the patio to the pool. And this will be the changing room with a bathroom that everybody can use during the 4th of July or all the summer celebrations. And now we have a dedicated bathroom for the entire backyard. This way, when people are outside having fun, they're getting dirty, they're getting wet, they don't have to track a huge mess through the house. It can all stay contained within this bathroom. Once you first walk in through this door, this is a dedicated changing area. We're gonna have a bench right there with a place to hang towels and additional storage for pool toys or more towels. And then through this door will be a full bathroom. We'll have a sink, a toilet, and a shower. And for today's video, I put together 3 different options for this wall, which is essentially like a mini mudroom for the pool. So I actually created a much longer video showing the entire updates of the entire house. There's a lot going on and a lot I didn't show you in this video. Because frankly, YouTube's a crazy place and keeping people's attention is hard and I don't want to keep you bored. So if you've enjoyed any of the content that I'm putting out, please hit the like button and subscribe for more designs to come. We still have a lot more work ahead of us and I would love to show you guys a lot more of the process. So if you're one of the 100 people that watched the last video and you're still watching this one, please let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. Do you want me to go more into detail about my design ideas, or do you just want to see the progress of the house, or do you just want to watch a cool video with music in the background and me not saying anything? I love to get your feedback so I can make better content for whoever's out there watching it. And if you are watching it, thank you so much. You're the best people on YouTube. I love you, and until next time, never stop creating.